Good afternoon. It's January 19th. I didn't even bother putting in the external mic today because I'm bundled up because it's minus 27 Celsius again. Oddly enough, even though I'm walking today, I didn't walk yesterday because I thought the weather was too nasty. It was actually warmer than this, but the wind was much, much stronger. And so although the wind chills are probably similar, it just didn't seem like a very pleasant day yesterday. There's a difference between a wind chill just because it's cold and there's a bit of a breeze, and the wind chill when it's cold, not quite as cold, but the wind is really howling because then it really finds its way in everywhere. Anyway, it's a beautiful sunny day. Now the trouble is too, power's out in our neighborhood here. Just went out a few minutes ago. So I was not sure I was going to do this, but I decided now I would. I'm going to walk downtown where the power is still on and do some work down there, and hopefully they'll get the power on before I have to come back. So this will be one of those two-part walks downtown. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? Warm, sunny. It's sunny, but it ain't warm. Very sunny. Our coldest air is always when it's sunny. If it's cloudy, it's more likely to be a little warmer. Right, I'm down there working on a new YA novel, one that I wrote a large chunk of, and then it stopped because it was supposed to be published by a company called Zine, which has now gone away. Never even got a contract from them, fortunately. So it's been kind of languishing, but I decided that would be the next thing I finish. Get me writing again. My plan is to be more prolific. I've always been considered prolific, but I always feel like I really am not as prolific as I could be. So I get back to writing every day, even when I don't have something contracted. Still be writing. What's happened is I've tended to kind of back off on writing stuff on spec, as it's called. But these days, there's no such thing, really. I can always publish whatever I write myself. I'd still rather get it published by somebody else, but I've always got that fallback position if necessary. So this is a YA fantasy called Changers. It's kind of like a werewolf story, but they aren't werewolves, so none of that lore applies. Shapeshifters, I guess. Not really that either, because there's only one shape they can shift into. Anyway, it's going to be fun to write. It's all planned out and has been for years. I've actually got several novels in a state where I could write them at any time, so let's see what I can do this year as part of my 2022. I renew. See, the light is out at this corner, so I won't try to cross there. It's part of the power outage. Usually that one's out. The next street up is still on. I know the power is still on downtown because that's where my wife is at work, and they still have power. So this is bad weather to have a power outage in. As it happens, we have a gas fireplace that keeps working when the power's off, so there's warmth in the house. Some anyway. But if you didn't have something like that, despite insulation, things start to cool off quickly. See if the light's on at this next intersection, just by way of seeing how far this power outage extends. Also, I don't want to cross Albert Street unless there's a light, so I'll keep going until I find a working traffic light. This one's on, so I'll go ahead of it that way now. Want to know about my winter gears? Outfit? Nothing special. It's just a parka. Got a sweater under that. So sweater over shirt and the parka. Jeans, long underwear. The parka has a hood, which I don't normally put up, but I put up right now because of the cold. Wearing a toque under that as well. And I have a scarf over my face to protect my nose and mouth. And then really good winter gloves, which are also 2 layers. You have a warm interior layer, and then they have a nylon shell that goes over top of those. And then I'm walking, which helps. None of this would keep you warm if you weren't moving. What I'm wearing now. If you were just sitting somewhere, you'd get cold in a hurry. This light was just green, so it'll be a while before it changes. Maybe I'll walk up this side of Albert. This will take us by the Cat Cafe, which is always nice to see. Go by the dance studio where my daughter used to dance and worked. And may work again. Who knows? Or at least help out. She should be back in April, which is when dance competition happens, so she'll probably help out with dance competition. Which hopefully happens this year. I see Great Britain has lifted restrictions. So hopefully we'll get there before too long. Dump all these stupid masks and quit obsessing about this thing the way we have been. Used to be a restaurant I liked a lot, but I don't think it's open anymore. A lot of restaurants are in trouble because of everything that's happening. Everywhere. So there's downtown, where we're headed, more or less. Victoria Avenue is where we'll just cross over whenever we get a light. Or wait until we get all the way down there if we don't get one before then. You can sort of judge by the walk light because they have timers on it, so I know it's still a little ways before this. A little while. Oh, there, perfect. Okay. I'm crossing this one here. Just go down straight this way today. And what I'm wearing here is warm enough that I was able to walk around the lake, which is an hour walk, when it was minus 34, and was comfortable enough. There were a couple of things I could have improved on that walk, but generally speaking, it was fine. Wind chill right now is minus 37, I think. So, not too different from that day, although I think wind chill that morning was minus 40 something. And I have missed more walks than I thought I would in the winter, but when it's really miserable, I tried to work up the gumption, put on all these clothes and head out into the cold when you're warm and cozy at home. It's going to warm up again tomorrow, actually. And somebody hasn't cleared their walk. Well, the house is for sale. I guess that's why there's nobody there. Somebody still owns it, though, and I suspect they're still responsible under the terms of the city bylaw. I don't know that for sure. That's the way I'd write it. I'm actually way too warm at the moment. But I know if I wasn't covering my face, it would be unpleasantly cold, so. It's occurred to me I may not have a mask. So I can wear my scarf into the hotel. Unless I'm seated, doesn't matter. Hi, Kirkton, Vancouver. It's a beautiful sunny day here at minus 27. This is Henry's, which is a art gallery and has a cafe in there. Gift shop. Henry Ripplinger. He's also an author. He sells more books than I do. Something about angels. I never quite looked into it enough to know for sure. They're quite popular among the sort of people who like those kinds of books. I really can't say anything about them. I haven't read one. Lauren. Let's go up Lauren. I'm really warm. Did I overdress? I really don't think so. There's really no happy medium. If you don't cover your face and everything, you quickly wish you had. And when you do, everything feels too warm. I suppose a lighter scarf than I'm wearing might make a difference. I can feel ice forming in my eyelashes, so it's definitely cold. And I can see it on the upper edge of the scarf below my eyes, the frost that's formed on it from my breath. SaskPower gets its act together. It's really awful how many power outages we have in the Crescents. There must be, I don't know, feels like one a month. Maybe not quite, but that's what it feels like. I guess it's aging infrastructure. Stop here. It's the Salvation Army on that corner. One more block to Victoria Avenue, and then it's just 2 blocks to the hotel, which is where I'll cut this off. These are about 20-minute halves when I do this. And there'll be another one, who knows, 2.5 hours from now, maybe. I may wait longer. There's still no indication the power's back on at home. The only days I won't comment on people wearing masks outside is on a day like today when they're actually offer some facial protection from the cold. Way more than they do viral protection when you're outside. Or inside for that matter. Probably. I think they're more wishful thinking than any actual use. First Baptist Church. There's downtown and the Cenotaph and Victoria Park. Land Titles Building. Originally, it says up there. Now home to various things, including the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame. And this is the Hotel Saskatchewan, which is a Marriott currently. It's been various things. It was originally a CP hotel. I like that sort of Art Deco federal building there. I'm going to undo my hood because I'm getting very warm. Start cooling off before I go inside. I'll be right in there writing momentarily. And I'll be out again whenever I come back. So, do I have a mask? Yes, I do. Good to know. Okay, so I will stop here, and I'll be back for the walk home in 2 or 3 hours. Bye for now. All right, we're back and heading home. I'll try. Here in the Hotel Saskatchewan again as we head off towards home. Out the back door this time. A nice lunch, and I note that the power is back on at home, so when I get home, that's good. On that 1500 version. On Changers, writing adult fantasy novel. Blessed Sacrament Church over there. Again, it's a beautiful blue day, but blue sky day, but quite cold. I don't know if it's warmed up any since I walked down here or not. I doubt it. So I'm still all bundled up. This is Scar Street. We're going down here. This sidewalk is never as well cleared as I think it should be. I don't know who's responsible for it. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe nobody knows who's responsible for it. Sun's getting low. 4 o'clock. o'clock, but days are getting longer. We're, almost a month now past the shortest day of the year, so a third of the way till spring, officially. This is 13th here. We're walking down. No, it's not. Well, that's 13th. This is Hamilton that we're walking down. I think I said I was on Scarlet, but no, this is Scarlet. Hamilton's the next one over. I remember where I am. It's all clear. It's all clear in my brain. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see, maybe I'll try somewhere to walk. Getting a little tired of my walking in the same area as I've been doing a lot in the cold weather. Not too far afield. That's always a way to tell if it's cold, is how much steam is coming out of the buildings. Another uncleared sidewalk. There's an apartment here. They haven't done a great job on theirs. Central Park over there, it's called. Not to be confused with the one in New York. About making cars stop at stop signs, they always seem to object to it somehow. How dare you make me actually obey the traffic laws? We'll go up here and walk down 15th, I think, to get home. See, told you it was Central Park. Central Park Place. Facing onto Central Park. Is it central? I don't know. Central to what? I'm not sure. Fairly central. Victoria Park's probably more central. As far as downtown goes, it certainly is. There's a couple of places I haven't been recently that I'd like to go to. Douglas Park. It'd be cool to climb up that hill in the morning before it gets light. That's one thing I'm thinking of. And of course, walking around the university is always nice. I haven't done that since the snow. Actually, since classes restarted. I think there's virtual again at the moment. I don't know how many people I'd run into walking around there. Supposed to be -8 tomorrow, so this is just a short-term blip of really cold weather this time, unlike what we had back in December when we had 2 weeks of this kind of stuff. It's the building we own a condo in. Used to be where Central Collegiate was located. All right, I'll go down 15th. Home. Where the power is back on. This is the Prince Charles. Not that I believe he's ever stayed there. I wonder if they'll change it to the King Charles when he becomes king. How did people find me on my first walk? So far nobody has found me on this second one. It usually seems to be the way it is when I do these two parties. I'll edit them together into one file for the permanent record on YouTube. Higher definition too. Streams at 720, but I save it at 1080. I mean, I could do it at 4K, but the files would be really big. Slows everything down. 1080 is sufficient. We're in the street again. The roads get narrower this time of year because of the snow piled up along the, I live in that house, along the roads. The cars are actually quite far off the curb wherever there's a pile of snow from the snowplows, and as a result, what should be a two-lane road sometimes ends up being essentially a one-lane road. These are all one way down here too, so that helps. Maybe that's why they did it, I don't know. Always wondered why we have so many one-way roads down here. It's Fireside Bistro. Restaurant. Seems to still be operational despite everything. Lights up there, Albert Street. Not too far past that. Is home. So again, only about 20 minutes down and 20 minutes back today for maybe 40 minutes total. Car doors creak like that in this weather. Park is right down there, of course. And the lake. We'll flip around. I don't like the looks of this. The light's probably going to change before I get there, and then I'll have to wait a whole other cycle. But, them's the brakes. Or I can go down another block, I guess. exit out in college if this doesn't work out. Hang in there for just a few more minutes. It'll work. It's going to be okay. Yeah, I think it will. Yeah, it's going to work out perfectly, actually. Just about to change. Perfect. You could ask for anything more. Gas station. We don't own it. That's where we buy gas. You see a lot of piles of snow like this as parking lots get cleared. Also outside rinks from the Zambonis. I have ice in my eyelashes, so to give the wife feel perfectly warm, I can certainly tell that it's still cold. Indication of the cold air is the steam is coming out. There's our crescent, one more block up there. Very warm. Probably undo my hood here before I get too far. Much further to cool off before I get into the house. It's the Unitarian Church here. Used to be Christian Science when it was built. It's also a venue for the Fringe Festival. They usually put on shows there. Not that there's been a Fringe recently, but I'm sure it will come back. Low battery warning, the camera doesn't like the cold, or the phone doesn't. Battery sinks way faster in the cold than it does on a normal day. Well, at least the gimbal has remained working. I'm actually going to take my hood off. Close enough to home. The two ought to be enough. It was immediately and noticeably colder when I did that though. 10%. We went from 20% to 10% in 2 seconds there. 2 minutes. Hopefully it doesn't die on me before I quite make it home. Does, I'll lose my high def. So maybe I will quit up here. Well, I'll take my chances. Surely it'll last just a little bit more. Good school down there. I was definitely right to keep the hood up, because now that I've taken it down, I can see how unpleasant it would have been not to have it up the whole way. In fact, I may put it back up without fastening it. There we go. There's a little owlbird over there listening to in that car. Oh, there's the sun guiding the way home. Rather aesthetically placed, isn't it? I'd have done that if I planned. I like the lens flare it's putting on the screen there. It's pretty cool. Alrighty, we'll stop here. Thanks for walking with me. Short walk, I know, but hopefully you enjoyed it all the same. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.